Hi, poopsies. Hello. Today I will be doing a pick a candle reading. This is a custom 30-minute candle wax booking by Jen. Thank you, Jen. So I decided to make it a little different and interesting, switch it up a bit. For Jen, both messages will apply for Jen, unless you pick both candles as well. So I'm giving you an option today. If you intuitively feel drawn to both candle bowls, the messages are for you. Otherwise, just pick one candle bowl. So pick the red candle bowl or the white candle bowl. I'll give you some time to decide, and you can book your own personal candle wax reading. I offer 15-minute and 30-minute candle wax readings. If you book a 15-minute, I'll do one candle bowl. 30-minute, I'll do 2 candles in a bowl, okay? So TonyBomboni.com, links below. Reserve your booking today, and I'll jump right in. The quicker you book, the quicker you'll get your session. The more you wait, the longer it's going to take you to get your appointment, because, you know, a lot of days it's not guaranteed for you to get your session in a day or two because of how busy I get and the influx of bookings as of the last couple months. So book today, and that will reserve your spot to get your session even faster. All right, thank you, and it's a great way to help support the channel, of course. So bowl 1, the red bowl, bowl 2, the white bowl. So pick and choose. All right. And again, for Jen who booked this, both bowls apply. Both messages apply for both bowls, okay? All right. So let's see what Jen has had to say first while I go about the first bowl. Jen said in a message to me on her booking form, "Hi, Tony, I'm currently going through a transitional period in my life, and I've been feeling a bit down. So I'm looking forward to this reading. I'd really appreciate it if you could make this video in ASMR. Feel free to post this reading on your channel for other poopsies to enjoy. Sending you lots of love and appreciation." Thank you, Jen. All right. Oh, wow. Thank you, Jen. Didn't even use the coupon code. Thank you for your extra support. I do appreciate it. I always appreciate when someone books my services, of course, but it's awesome when people just book. They don't even use the coupon code. They pay the full price. I thank you. I really do, guys. You know, and even people who send tips after their session to my PayPal, I really do appreciate it. It does go a long way, you know. So, all right. So candle bowl 1, let's look into this. Maybe you have a transitional period in your life as well. Maybe you're feeling sad and down as well. What's going on? Let's tap in and connect with Jen and poopsies for candle bowl numero 1. What is going on? Let's figure that out now. Let's get some answers, God and universe. Thank you for working with me today to deliver the divinely guided messages. What do you need to know right now for Jen and poopsies? Okay, so I almost feel like this is very similar to maternal sadness I'm feeling. I do see a baby, a child. Maybe some of you are pregnant without even realizing it, but I definitely feel like there's that sort of like, what did I just do? Period in your life. Like, it might be part of your transitional period where you're dealing with a lot of new things, as if you were having a newborn, right? So if you're worried you might be pregnant, definitely check that pregnancy test, okay? But I see a box in storage, like you're just hauling things away. Like you're putting things away in secrets. You're keeping things to yourself. It's almost like you're not telling anyone anything anymore. It's okay to share. I also see a flower blossoming here, and it's a sign of like your growth. This period of transition in your life will allow you more opportunity to grow and to shine in your world, in your day-to-day reality. There's a lot of good shifts taking place here, but you're maybe not coping with it well because maybe change is uncomfortable to you. So it's been a period for you in your life. It feels very like Hanged Man and tarot cards energy, like the Hangman card in the tarot deck, like in waiting in limbo, so to speak, or waiting on someone's decision. And it's not a pleasant feeling. I see a big leaf, a big maple leaf. This might have something to do with Canada. Canada has been in this realm of the spirit a lot lately. Even, I would say before all this stuff going on in the world, you know what I mean? I can only say so much. But I'm worried for my Canadian poopsies. I'm gonna be honest. So if someone's in Canada, there's something in the realm that's like hard hitting. I feel in the spirit it goes beyond what's going on now. Like you have to look a little deeper than what you're being told. Excuse me. I feel like they'll be okay though. I don't know why I still see Canada as okay. Like they're not really gonna ever really suffer that bad, thankfully. But there's something that's for now, like, how do I say this? You've been wronged or slighted in some way. Let's move on. I see. I'm going to be honest, I'm still seeing Canada. Like, there's, I hear growing sadness. Growing sadness. I see like a caterpillar. This might have something to do with your food, honestly. It's almost like someone recommends just like putting little things in the food to kind of like fill it up so it's not so expensive. And it starts with Canada. I almost feel like it starts with Canada. Like they actually start like mass putting like, oh my God, this could sound awful, like insects in the food, literally. As filler, to feed the mass population. I mean, we just hit 8.2 billion people last week, so that was fast. So how are you going to feed all those people, I mean, when it comes to greed and corruption, allegedly entertainment purposes only. So I do see a collective message today. It's like, you're going to hear a lot about food in Canada. Maybe they start to grow more food in Canada to supplement crop losses from adverse weather events in other climate areas. I do see that in the spirit, and it starts with Canada. The big maple leaf, yeah. And there could be something with the trees or the maple leaves in general. Maybe there's a tree that goes extinct and is no longer around, perhaps. So, sorry to change the battery, but let me relight the candle. The message overall came through as, now back to personally you. Give it a second, hold on. Take some time because I had to douse it with water to turn it off safely. Just as global transitions happen gradually but surely, so shall your transitionary period be. do things slowly but surely. Don't try to rush into things, because even the spirit world will tell you that sometimes you're doing things too quickly. I see like a head bust here. Like some people are maybe even like too focused on themselves right now. They need to focus on their fellow humanity, other people around them in their circle, even if they're not focused on you so much, you know. That's where the true test shows, like the true colors show with the test of time, you know. How resilient, how durable are you? I also see something with ice caps. I see like ice caps melting. Like I feel like you're going to hear about that this year. Like there's a big like ice or glacier or something along that line. Like it's almost like, oh boy, here we go. That kind of energy. Like it might affect the shipping and sea routes, and it might affect food again because of that. A lot of shipping happens on the coast, so if, you know, there's floodwaters, that makes it hard to deliver your meal, you know. It's a cycle, so the ice might affect, again, your food in some way, weird way. And if that melts, then it causes more rain, causes more flood. So it's like you're going to hear about that a lot even into next year. I do have a feeling there's something melting. Like I almost feel like it's going to be a record heat year again. I really do, in the spirit. It's going to be like, oh, here we go, another very hot one. And then it just causes like something to just melt or come to a boiling point, and then like, oops, we just screwed so many people. I mean, it just screwed so many people unintentionally, you know. Like it's not really our fault, but it's just like, you know, like the natural, I feel like it's natural. I hear natural, like a natural cycle of the earth. It's not like anything we did or caused. Allegedly entertainment purposes. I see I know I hear like frank, could be like frankincense in the spirit. There's something about that herb, or you might need to work with that herb and cleanse your energy. I don't see the sadness lasting long. I see you kind of genuinely happier in your life because you choose happiness. You almost have to force a smile sometimes, just like crack a smile, and it like suddenly gets better. It's almost like this fake it till you make it energy, but not really. It's just sort of like a choice you make after a while. Like, you know what? Why am I so upset? Like for what? At what cause? I think change makes you upset. Change makes you very uncomfortable. It's just one and the same. It feeds into itself. It feeds into each other for you at this time. You might need to change of pace too. You're probably needing to slow down a bit. I get solar energy. There's definitely a lot of like sunspots and solar energies that cause us to get like a little loopy or tired, you know, so take off time, you know. Even at work, take more breaks, you know. You're gonna have to. This is a year of, for a lot, like rest, recovery. I just keep seeing that. I hear last chance, so, you know, we have one more good, solid year. I do think to do that before we have to start getting busy and take initiatives again. I think collectively, I keep seeing collectively, like we just have to work together as a team especially into 2026 onward. I do see that a lot. A lot. Like rebuilding. There might be like some natural disaster that's just like, oh shoot, like it affects all of a sudden like 50,000, 100,000 people, 300,000 people, immediately, like overnight. It's almost like they're just gone off the map. So I do see this in alignment with global shifts, 5D frequency, and that timeline of like disaster, but on the other side of that disaster, it gets better. You know what I mean? I definitely hear 1 to 2 years in the spirit, but for some it'll be 3 to 4 years. Depends which avenue of life you decide to take. Some people will not be affected. Some people, it will just be like water off a duck's back. You won't even maybe hear about it or see it or, be around that energy or vibration. I think definitely there is a separation during the next year or two that unfolds. That's a beautiful energy. Not to be mistaken with ignorance. So you are already picking up, I hear in the spirit, that transition you're feeling is because you're going through it. But others are going through it. So you're fearful, you're worried, you're upset, you're sad, you're anxious because you are picking up on many people's fears right now. And your fellow humanity is hurting. Your fellow planet is hurting. And she is screaming and groaning and about to give birth to new reality, new life, new change. So you're no longer at the birth pain. You're at the end where she is about to go into labor, like literally in the literal sense. So, yeah. So, but you're having a break period too at the same time. You're like, okay, like the Mother Earth is kind of like breathing in between, giving her one big final blow of like a push for the new Earth to come out. So I do feel like, get ready for that final push. It's coming. You know what I mean? I mean, she's just taking a breather right now so she can give her one final blow. But I hear that blow is going to cause a lot of turmoil. Like I keep hearing, like, I almost feel like 300,000 people are just going to be wiped off the map like that overnight. Like even in their sleep, they will not feel any pain. God forbid, allegedly entertainment purposes only. But it's like there's some big crack in the earth or earthquake or something just swallows them up like instantaneously. It definitely feels like a foreign country, but it's a foreign country that, again, has long-term implications, foreign from the Western world is what I'm trying to say, to implications to, again, food, shipping, production. So it's going to hit everyone in some way. I almost see it like it's so devastating that like it's as if you were to like take like 12 cents from everyone's wallet right now. Like that, like overnight. Like that's how much damage. That could be like 100 billion in damage. Let's say. I can't do the math right now. No, let me think. Like this almost gives me like magnitude 8, 9 energy, like really bad. So you're feeling that. You're feeling that transition, that end of a cycle of the collective humanity as we exist right now. And what we once thought was normal is no longer. So I think there's nothing you can do. I think all you can do is remain calm. Live a stress-free life as best as you can, and don't focus on those things so heavily, Just breathe, relax, find peace in your life, find what gives you peace, love, admiration, joy, bliss, tranquility, find your sanctuary, find your people that you can come to, vent with. And we're all venting now. This is a venting. She's venting. We're venting. We're connected with Earth. I've been repeating myself for years. I mean, this is it. I'm making this a little longer because there's so many messages, but I hear be careful of like charred food, even like heavy meats right now, like charred. You can eat light meats, but like heavy, no. Like avoid heaviness, like charred, too greasy. Like I almost see someone getting like horribly ill. Like just as we shift into a lighter energy, it's going to be very hard to process heavy meals. So adjust accordingly. I hear don't complain. Do not complain. Be grateful for all you have now, even if you feel like you have nothing. Honey, you got something. You watching this video right now, you have more than a lot of people. And stop comparing yourself to people, You don't have to think of it that way either. Just know that you have a lot. Be grateful. I see a bump, like a lump. Be careful, like with acne, like don't pick at it, It could turn into something devastating. Just leave it alone. Don't freak out if you have a bump, okay? Like just calm down, relax, breathe. Shh. Exfoliate your skin gently, like it'll go away. Put some bath salts in your bathtub. Just breathe, relax. Definitely stay hydrated during this time. Your body cannot change its energy field without you working on your physical body first. Okay? Treating it better, not treating it poorly, not treating it so bad. Okay? Treat yourself with love and respect and dignity. Stop not taking care of yourself. This is no more time. Why, I hear also like, why are you working just to pay the bills, Stop trying so hard. Stop just trying to constantly be in the goal. There's no point to that anymore anyway, Like you're fighting it's like you're trying to climb up a waterfall. Like good luck with that, The waterfall will swallow you whole anyway. Just let go. Stop being so hard on yourself. Stop trying to make the most money this year. Stop trying to make it every year a record year. Let that shit go. I'm sorry, but it's true. That's what they're saying. Right now is the time to be loving, giving, kind. None of that crap will matter soon. Just be, just let go. I hear a lot of times in the spirit lately as well that people will have to sort of go back to where they came from. And that resonates with me too. I always see myself in another country. I don't see myself here for long. I really don't. So be prepared for that. Be prepared to travel a lot, even this year, to travel in general. Even if you have like a good, prosperous, abundant, happy year and it's normal for you, good for you. Travel, okay? Take the time now to do that because I feel like there could be disruptions in travel quite soon, just around the corner, just in the nick of time. It's going to come like at a horrible time, but at a perfect time at the same time. I still see, maybe it's been delayed a month, but I still see March, April, maybe April, May. It's hard to tell with time, I do see them like, watch your time because it's going to go really, 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 really freaking fast. Like be mindful of your time. You might struggle with time management. It's going to go zooming by. I feel like February is going to go like, like really, really, really darn quickly. Really, really so fast. Like you will struggle to process what happened day to day. You might have to journal a lot to really process this month. It's gonna go so darn fast. Okay, so this year will too. That's why I say please travel, please enjoy, please, go out and eat that steak dinner. Like just relax, enjoy while you can, okay? It's not supposed to be a stressful time. Don't agitate yourself to like illness, you know? Relax, relax. Shh. Tranquilo, tranquilo. Okay. All right. Play some music. Like, just chill. Wind down. I think Spirit's saying everything's gonna be okay in the long run. All right. So let's see what else we need to see. Candle bowl 2. If you picked the white and gray bowl, the red candle on it. What is going on with you, Jen and Poopsies? What else is happening right now? I see a snake, so that could indicate to me the year of the snake. It's the year of the wooden snake right now specifically. The serpent has risen, I hear. The serpent has come and risen. The beast has risen. And I'm getting goosebumps all over my body. I'm very hypersensitive to energy. I feel it literally in not only my heart, to the core of my soul. Like, the beast has risen. I still see like a fiery energy to it. It's not so wooden after all. It's like almost like a deception, how a snake is very deceiving. It gives me a fiery snake energy. It really does. I see fish. Something might happen with fish. I've been feeling that too lately. Something might go down with fish. There might be a lot of fish recalls, a lot of like, oh my God, we didn't know it had this chemical. You should not eat this type of fish anymore. But then fish becomes emphasized at the same time because slowly but surely people more become on a pescatarian-ish or isk diet. So it makes all of a sudden people focus more on fish. And then it's like you tell someone there's an issue and then it's like they eat more of it or they do the complete opposite. You know? And then it's like people who are like in the fishing industry, all of a sudden like overnight, like they just blow up. The business blows up. It prospers like crazy. I do see a lot in the 2040s having to do with fish. I've been seeing that for a long time too. The 2040s, I almost feel like everyone's on like a seafood diet. So something like that. It becomes like overly popularized and like acceptable, natural, okay in society. Like it's not a big deal. Like if everyone just eats fish and other things like raw veggies. And I told you guys long ago I see like colorful fruit, like purple pears, those kind of things, like literally like completely different type of foods. I don't know why I get choked up like in February, like something is like, it might even be the end of this month, like it's like there's someone struggling to breathe. They're saying this month, focus right now on others who will need help because it will take you away from your problem. This is not about, it's almost like in a loving way, they're saying this is not about you right now. They're saying others will need your help and backup. I hope it's not a fire I'm seeing. It's like someone is struggling to breathe in a fire. Like I'm getting worked up and I'm like really hot all of a sudden. I'm really sweaty. Like my palms are sweating, my neck is sweating, like my back, my scalp, my forehead. I feel I can't breathe, like I'm in a fire. Like there's someone trapped in a fire. Maybe I'm just channeling someone who passed on in a fire. And I'm getting dizzy. I need to calm down. So they're channeling right now. They're saying, don't worry, my love. The one who's passed on in a fire, they're saying, don't worry. I love you so much. We've all known someone who died in a fire. They come to say, our times are short, like mine was, taken so soon, so quickly. The next year and a half will be incredibly different, incredible changes and shifts in society. Right now is the time to not focus on yourselves. Right now is the time to focus on the collective, including those who have already passed on, those who have already learned the lessons, those whose time has already been up. We give you our love. We come here today to say, from all of us who have survived any incident as such, that your time too can be taken as quickly as mine was. So why are you fretting? Why the worry? And don't be sad for us who have transitioned into light. Allow us to come through to shine a light to you to say, no, this is not everything. Your life is not all of reality. There's so much more than what meets the eye. And they part ways with us, and I thank them for coming through and communicating with us today. And I'm sorry you've had to pass in such a horrible way. But thank you for still being so loving and delivering. I feel like they're at peace now. Like we've released some beings today that have passed horribly. There may be more, incidences where what happened last month in California. Just remain calm. If you're told to walk away, just leave. It's not worth it to go back, collect your things, just leave. Your life is so much more worthy than those possessions. And I think all the people who have been through these horrible experiences, I have the most viewers in the state of California alone. Huge number of my audience is in there. And you, of course, have known so many people there and have been through it, and Poopsies had to leave. And just know that this is not everything. Even this event is not all. You are here, some of you, to be tested. Some of you are here to witness inconceivable horrors beyond imagination. That's not to allow you to fret and work yourself up. That is just to say how strong you are, how smart you are. You're chosen here at these times for a divine reason. And to be fair, I'd rather be alive during these times than the Roman soldier times. Those were much scarier in my opinion. But you are here at a beautiful and ugly time. So find the beauty in the ugly. And stop trying to find the ugly in the beauty. That is what they say. For you nomads out there, I hear nomadic spirits. Find your place in the world. You have to settle down and find something if you haven't yet. It's almost too late for you, but find it now, quickly. If somewhere is drawing you, pulling you in, go, pay your visit, pay your respects. Because the ancestors and the native people to those lands need your energy there. They need your light frequency there. So follow it, and I hear for some, connect the dots, connect the missing pieces during this time. If you do that work now, that deep inner calling work, for some that shadow work, you'll have make better sense of things and times and ages to come. Otherwise, you just simply won't be around. You won't make it through. You won't get to see these times of change. Some of you have already, as your soul, chosen to clock out and not be here, not witness those horrors that are yet to come. And that's acceptable. Maybe you're upset deep down. You know it's your time soon. And we are transitioning, even though we'll still be alive, we'll be transitioning into a new era and phase of life. And old traditions and customs are being ripped at the seams, broken at the knees, barely hanging on, barely surviving. It has to be torn apart for new to come. I'm being reminded of Turkey and the large earthquake they've had, where many have passed. It will be of this magnitude, but greater, much greater. So be ready to hear about a shake-up, a stir-up this year as such. It might even happen near the country of Turkey. I almost get a Middle Eastern energy to it. Asia, Middle East-ish. It's not good. But those are the people that are going to be leaving to go into the new earth next. So do not worry about them. Do not allow yourself to just be in sorrow. Just know that they have all gone to a better place, but they are going to be the initiator of these changes. They are going to be the ones that say, we're the first, almost like a first wave to go. And then maybe I'm part of the second, maybe you're part of the third, and then there's the fourth, and then the fifth wave. It's like waiting in line to just go to the new planet. It's just a transition that will happen smoothly. Some won't even notice it happen. So just allow yourself to transition. Allow yourself to be okay with any transition in life. And so how do you end up in this new reality? You have to be okay with change and transition. That's it. Point blank, period. Period. So that's going to be your good practice. Be okay with change. Don't get worked up about things you can't control. If you're in line at a McDonald's and you're pissed off because your French fries haven't came through yet, are you okay with this change, or are you getting pissed off? That will decide where you go, where your soul resides very soon. We don't have much time. The decade is coming to a close. This is all so soon. I think within 3 years tops, we will all be transitioned into this new shifted reality, and the old world will go bye-bye. The old world will go bye-bye by that time. So have faith. I heard that this morning too. Pay attention to what you hear when you first wake up. Have faith, I was told. Just have some faith. There will be better days to come. There always will. Have faith. Have faith. Okay. I see some of you are relying too heavily on old ways, old things that used to work. You have to kind of switch it up. Especially some of you right here, like, what used to work then doesn't work now. In the, like, when you were 20 versus when you're 30, you gotta kind of, not do so much as you used to do. Like, you have to just respect your body and its age. And, like, you can't just expect yourself to jump out of bed in the morning, you know what I'm saying, and just like do the most and be the most. So just age with grace, accept that side of you that you feel like, oh, I'm gaining too much fat there, or where bodies are changing as they're supposed to now. It'll get lighter and better. It'll lessen with time. But right now your body is changing, and you just have to flow with the change. For those who can't flow and adjust, for those who are just getting gradually worse and worse, I'm sorry, but it may not get better. That's maybe your sign, like you're supposed to be elsewhere soon. So be at peace, find peace with, you did your best. As long as you're making an effort, you're going to get better. Don't worry. ask your soul, ask God as source, what do I need to be here for right now? What is really my calling, my higher sense, my higher purpose at this time? Why am I being led to get worse and feel worse? Why am I not adjusting to my bodily shifts? For those who are just going in and out of worse and better, I'm not talking to you. You'll be fine, most of you. But it's a choice to choose what path you go on now. Am I going to take care of myself? Am I going to take care of my needs? Am I going to take care of my body? Am I going to, take ample, supple time to find balance and peace in my life? Or am I going to constantly be on this freaking rat wheel race? You're not an animal, for goodness sake. You're not a slave. Stop treating yourself like that. Stop trying too hard. Stop working too much. I mean, that's that. I mean, it's just harsh love they're giving. I almost get like Virgos, maybe Pisces as well, has some difficult changes to come in this year. Geminis. I hear Aquarius. I hear Sagittarius, and I hear Scorpio in the spirit. Those 6 will have a little more of a difficult time this year than the other 6 for some odd reason. Pisces, Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Gemini, Aquarius. I don't know why I get that. I don't know barely anything about how the planets are aligned with those zodiacs right now to make that happen, but maybe an astrologer can confirm in the comments this truth to some degrees. I get like those who are drinking too much like tea, coffee, not enough water. Stop. Just drink water. Even if you have to put like half tea, half water, that's a start. For those smoking, still put it down. At least do 1 less a day. Like if you do 20 or 30 sticks a day, subtract 1 each day until you stop. It's not that hard. Just delegate your time. So if you have 1 every 20 minutes, which is about, let's say, 20 a day, then do 1 every 25 minutes. And that'll allow you to cut 1 a day. Then the next day, do 1 every 30 minutes. Then do 1 every 35 minutes. Do 1 every 40 minutes. 45 minutes, do 1 every 50, until you get to 1 every hour. Then you notice during, let's say, 16 waking hours, that's 16 sticks, right? So that's quite substantial versus like 30 or 40, You've already cut back in like 1 month in half. Keep going, maybe push yourself more. The next month, instead of hour to hour and 5 minutes, do hour to hour and 10 minutes. Then hour to 20 minutes, 1 every hour to 30 minutes until you're at 2 hours. Then you only do 8 a day. This can apply to anything. I almost feel like it's not just smoking. It's like eating sweets, from the candy bowl. How many times you complain? Yeah. How many times you curse to yourself that you're stupid and you're dumb and you're no good enough? Stop that. Cut it. Cut it out. Subtract it slowly but surely until you stop. Okay? And yes, things will trigger you. You're going to fall back. You're going to need comfort food, comfort smoke, whatever. And a stressful event will make it hard to wait that extra, 4 hours when you're deep into your detox. Like when you do 1 every 4 hours, or 8 hours. It's going to be hard to just not grab for that thing. Time is going to feel slower the more you think about it. But this is a time of cutting back. This is a time of here in the spirit of subtraction. Release what you no longer really need anymore. And the year of the snake is about shedding and releasing old stuff. So it's a time to be light. We're supposed to feel very light. I already feel this energy. I've been tapping into it since last year. I feel very light inside. I feel very light. And it's making it easier for me to move around. And I'm 30. It's like everyone's like, oh, when's your, this age? Like, yeah, I feel that difference too in my back. I mean, to be honest with you, but I'm not letting that hold me back. You know what I'm saying? So, for some, it may be hard to stay positive right now, but just allow yourself the transition. It's a transition. Like I said, it's not point A to point B, it's a shift, okay? So just allow yourself what is supposed to happen. What is supposed to unfold. Slowly, gradually, surely, with time. And you don't always have to pay attention to the shift, okay? Just pay attention to how you feel during these shifts. So I give you guys a nice long one, okay? Bonus extra time. So just out of love, I say this: don't forget to love your fellow humankind, even if they're being disrespectful at you. You live with them and you can't get along, or they're hating on you for what you're wearing or who you identify as. Don't let anyone ever erase your history. Don't allow anyone to just have to always feel like they can just tell you what to do. Tell them to bug off. Speak up with love. Firmly stand your ground and say, I do not wish to comply with this reality of yours. It is not mine to keep. When you stand in your conviction and speak strongly and firmly with dominion in your voice, the old low vibrations will be fearful as hell of you. They will go back to the bottomless pits of hell where they came, those old energies. So don't be afraid. I feel like a lot of people will be standing their ground in the coming months and saying, I do not wish for this to happen. I do not comply or agree with you. And there will be both sides saying this to each other. So be wary of that and how that could be, again, a venting, a releasing of energy that's been bottled in humanity from eons of wars and so on and so forth. We're releasing old timelines, old genetic coding. We're becoming from mammalian, reptilian to light and crystalline. So it's not going to be the smoothest period of transitory energy. It's going to be a bumpy as hell ride. It's going to be a roller coaster. It's going to be tormenting for some people. Some people, I feel in the spirit lately, are not happy with their reality. They're not happy with how the world is going, how things are shifting and changing. You're really not happy. You're not content. And those who feel like happy, are you really happy? Is it a fake happiness? Is it a fake peace within you? Ask yourself, where am I in this reality right now? What is this leading me towards? Am I leading myself to destruction, or am I leading myself to love? If it does not come from a place of unity, oneness, wholeness, completion, togetherness, humanity, where is the love? Don't follow that. Don't obey that law, principle, rule. I hear that paternal structure, that patriarchy in society is going to crumble anyway in the decades to come. Yes, you hear decades and feel disappointment, but again, transitory. We cannot shift her. We cannot shift Earth in 2 seconds. Even to Earth, 30 years is 3 seconds tops, 3 milliseconds to her long lifespan. So be patient. A lot of you struggle with patience. Paciente, por favor. Okay, I'm speaking to all my poopsies out there. I've been getting a lot of Spanish and native energy lately. I feel like there's a lot of groaning and pain in the Hispaniola community lately. I do feel that in the spirit. There's a lot of groaning and moaning and pain, but are you staying in that moaning, or are you going to rise up above it? Are you going to shine a light on the darkness? That is your assignment. It's not enough anymore to sit there in sorrow. It is now time to rise, my beautiful beloved. poopsies out there who have Spanish ancestors, native, even if you live. I hear mostly like Hispanic, but I get definitely like a lot of that Spanish as well, that Latin energy. So it could be a mix of both. There's like an outcry of like love and support, and there's something that's going to be like, you're still going to be okay. I hear that in the spirit. Everything will still work itself, pan itself out for the long term better. So look at that. I mean, a beautiful light still coming through, still shining in your bowl to say, you are the light. You are here during this time to be strong, to be brave. Not to sorrow, not to pity. You're not here to do this. Yeah, okay, we all have our days, you know. We're all human. I'm not going to act like I didn't just cry like an hour ago. But I'm not going to sit in that. I refuse, you know. I refuse to sit in that anymore. Let the energy flow through you. It's the time to do that. It's no longer to stagnate, to suppress, you know. And again, I continue, even in your private sessions, sometimes I still get collective readings, and I tell people, if that comes through in your booking, not always, but sometimes, share. Feel free to share with your friends and family. You don't have to share the booking, the reading. My gosh, I'd never expect you to do that on a private session, but just tell people what you have been hearing lately. And especially if this messages resonate with you, what you've been feeling in the spirit. So I thank you guys so much. You know, we've been doing some long videos together lately. I think that's part of my own peace and comfort too. Like, it definitely is a lot of stress relief for me. I've been pretty stressed out and anxious as of late. So this really calmed my nerves a lot. I think this really gave me like a sense of reassurance that everything short term will suck, but long term will be okay. And just to trust in that process. You know, that's so hard to do sometimes. No matter how positive we are, no matter how positive we want to be, it's hard. Let's be real, right? It's hard to just stay with the light always and always activate that within you. Again, it's a transition. You're not asked to be perfect now. Never did I once say that. You're being called to adjust to this transitory period now. And I see someone praying now as the wax formulates into a person with their hands like this, like almost like this, like a beggar position. Now is not the time to beg, to, you know, now is the time to pray. Now is the time to step up your prayer game. Send light. By prayer, I mean pray, but send light. Send light to your fellow humanity. Pray for those you really know need help deep down, and they don't want to admit to you they need help. They don't want to come to you. They don't want to cry to you because they're maybe prideful, or they just don't want to admit their life sucks right now. Pray for them. Pray for them. Pray for them. Thank you. I love you all so much. I do. I really do. TonyBomboni.com to book your own 15-minute, 30-minute candle wax reading. So much love. I'm just sending you this week. My intention is to send you guys as much love as I possibly can. So I send you all love and light. And I'll see you all very soon. I hope you guys enjoyed Jen and Poopsies. Thank you again, Jen. Hope we got a nice long one out of this one. Take care.